Local condo residents asking the city to do more to address homelessness. Good evening and thank you for joining us. A group of condo residents living on McVicker Creek organized a walking tour of the encampments near their building today and invited City Council to join in. The condo owners want to see the city go further to address homelessness and the impacts of encampments on the creek and their neighborhood. Lee Noonan has the story and she joins us now in studio. Lee?
Thank you, Riley. A couple of city councilors did accept the invitation to join the tour. However, the residents of the encampments themselves declined to engage with the group.
Scavengers and birds and people, and actually people go through the garbage and it's spread.
Susan Lester is one of a small group of residents from Brookside Manor who organized a tour of the encampments near their building, which sits right along McVicker Creek. Condo Board Chair Russ Wakowicz says they want to see more action from the city on issues like cleaning up litter near encampments.
Something's got to be done, and we're hoping that the councillors can maybe start to move to make some more guidelines in terms of not just distancing guidelines.
City councillors Michael Zassino and Dominic Pasqualino accepted the invitation to tour the encampments and speak with the people living there. However, Elevate NWMO Executive Director Holly Gauvin says when they informed encampment residents about the walkabout, there was not much interest in speaking with the tour group or the media.
Generally speaking, they feel just as uncomfortable as anybody else. They don't want to be here any more than anybody wants them to be here. So instead, we have signs that represent some of the things that people have told us over the last few years that we've been doing this work.
The tour didn't pass by the signs, instead focusing on the area north of Algoma. That section of the creek falls in Zassino's ward. He says he's in the area often and feels the frustration of his constituents. He wants to see cleanup efforts in the area increased sooner rather than later. He also says the factors that leave people without shelter in the first place are difficult for the city to address.
Some of it is mental health, some of it's addiction, some of it's just down on your luck. So there's lots of different variables that are contributing to this. So it's not an easy answer to generate, to give you one, in all fairness. So I feel frustration from both sides of this.
The city recently passed voluntary guidelines for where they would permit encampments rather than choosing the much more costly option of designating specific encampment sites where supports would be provided. But Wakowicz hopes the city would still consider that option. Meanwhile, Gauvin hopes to see more housing created, particularly for those who are falling between the cracks of the current system.
We are united with the people who have organized this insofar as we agree nobody should be out here. Don't want to see people out here. We need to stop the bickering and we need to get on with what do we do to make it so that people can be housed and supported.
Lee Noonan, TBT News.